Joe Biden, President of the United States. Joe Biden, born on November 20, 1942, is the 46th President of the United States. He has a long career in politics, starting as a U.S. Senator from Delaware in 1973, a position he held for 36 years. Biden is known for his deep understanding of domestic and international policies, which he gained through decades of legislative experience. As a senator, he chaired influential committees, including the Senate Judiciary Committee and the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. His legislative work focused on issues like crime prevention, foreign policy, and judicial appointments. Biden's presidency is marked by his commitment to healing the political divides within the U.S. and addressing significant challenges such as the COVID-19 pandemic, economic recovery, and climate change. He has pushed for substantial investments in infrastructure and social programs, aiming to rebuild the economy with a focus on sustainability and equity. His foreign policy emphasizes restoring alliances and addressing global challenges collaboratively. Biden's leadership style is often described as empathetic and pragmatic. He values bipartisan cooperation and seeks to unite the country by promoting shared values and common goals. His efforts to address systemic issues and his emphasis on diplomacy reflect a seasoned approach to governance, shaped by decades of public service. Xi Jinping, President of China. Xi Jinping, born on June 15, 1953, is the President of China and the General Secretary of the Communist Party of China, CPC. He is considered one of the most powerful leaders in China's history, often compared to Mao Zedong. Xi's leadership is characterized by a strong centralization of power and a focus on reinforcing the role of the CPC in all aspects of Chinese life. He has implemented extensive anti-corruption campaigns, targeting high-ranking officials and aiming to consolidate his control over the party and the military. Under Xi's leadership, China has pursued an assertive foreign policy, marked by initiatives such as the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, which seeks to expand China's influence through infrastructure investments across Asia, Africa, and Europe. Domestically, Xi has promoted the concept of the Chinese dream, emphasizing national rejuvenation, economic modernization, and social stability. His administration has also pursued high-tech advancements and increased state control over the economy. Xi's tenure has seen a significant crackdown on dissent and tightening of control over Hong Kong, leading to international criticism regarding human rights. His approach to governance reflects a blend of nationalism, ideological control, and a drive for China to reclaim its historical prominence on the global stage. Xi's vision for China is one of a strong, unified nation capable of leading in the 21st century.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more topics you love.
Vladimir Putin, President of Russia. Vladimir Putin, born on October 7, 1952, has been the dominant figure in Russian politics for over 2 decades. He served as President of Russia from 1999 to 2008, then as Prime Minister, and returned to the presidency in 2012. Putin's leadership style is characterized by a strong, centralized control over the state, a focus on restoring Russia's global influence, and maintaining internal stability through a mix of nationalism and economic management. Putin's tenure has been marked by significant events such as the annexation of Crimea in 2014, which led to international sanctions and strained relations with the West. Domestically, he has overseen economic reforms that initially boosted growth, though more recent years have seen economic challenges. His government is often criticized for its authoritarian practices, including suppression of political opposition, control over media, and allegations of human rights abuses. Despite these criticisms, Putin remains popular among many Russians who view him as a leader who restored national pride and stability after the tumultuous 1990s. His foreign policy is assertive, aiming to reassert Russia's influence in global affairs, particularly in regions like Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Putin's legacy is one of a strongman leader who has significantly shaped Russia's trajectory in the 21st century. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of India. Narendra Modi, born on September 17, 1950, is the current Prime Minister of India, having assumed office in 2014. He is a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP) and the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, RSS, a Hindu nationalist organization. Modi's rise to national prominence began as the Chief Minister of Gujarat, where he served from 2001 to 2014. His tenure in Gujarat was marked by rapid economic growth and development, though it was also shadowed by controversy over his handling of the 2002 Gujarat riots. As Prime Minister, Modi has launched several ambitious initiatives aimed at transforming India, including the Make in India campaign to boost manufacturing, Digital India to enhance technology and connectivity, and Swachh Bharat, Clean India, to improve sanitation. His economic policies have focused on liberalization, attracting foreign investment, and improving infrastructure. However, his tenure has also seen significant challenges, including economic slowdowns, controversial policy decisions like demonetization, and handling the COVID-19 pandemic. Modi's leadership is often described as charismatic and decisive. He has a strong social media presence and enjoys substantial support from a broad base, particularly among the youth and middle class. However, his government has faced criticism for its handling of social issues, including concerns about religious tolerance and freedom of expression. Modi's vision is one of a modern, powerful India, deeply rooted in its cultural heritage. Olaf Scholz, Chancellor of Germany. Olaf Scholz, born on June 14, 1958, is the Chancellor of Germany, having assumed office in December 2021. He is a member of the Social Democratic Party, SPD, and has had a long career in German politics, serving in various capacities including as Vice-Chancellor and Minister of Finance in the previous government. Scholz is known for his pragmatic and steady approach to governance, often described as a reliable and experienced politician. As Chancellor, Scholz faces significant challenges, including navigating Germany through economic transformations, particularly the transition to a green economy, and addressing social inequalities. His government is committed to ambitious climate goals, aiming to make Germany a leader in renewable energy and sustainability. Scholz also prioritizes strengthening the European Union and maintaining strong transatlantic relations, particularly with the United States. Scholz's leadership style is characterized by a focus on stability and continuity. He emphasizes social justice, economic resilience, and international cooperation. His background in finance gives him a keen understanding of economic policy, which he leverages to promote balanced growth and fiscal responsibility. Scholz's vision for Germany is one of a progressive, inclusive society that leads by example in addressing global challenges. Emmanuel Macron, President of France. Emmanuel Macron, born on December 21, 1977, is the President of France, elected in 2017 as the youngest president in French history. Before his presidency, Macron had a career in banking and served as Minister of Economy, Industry, and Digital Affairs. He founded the centrist political movement La République En Marche, LREM, which disrupted the traditional French political landscape. Macron's presidency is marked by his efforts to reform the French economy and modernize its institutions. His policies focus on labor market flexibility, reducing public deficits, and fostering innovation and entrepreneurship. Macron has also been an advocate for stronger European integration and has played a significant role in addressing EU-wide issues such as Brexit, migration, and economic recovery post-COVID-19. Macron's leadership style is often described as dynamic and ambitious. He seeks to position France as a leading global player, emphasizing multilateralism and diplomacy. Domestically, his reform agenda has faced both support and significant opposition, leading to widespread protests such as the Yellow Vest movement. Macron's vision for France is one of a resilient, forward-looking nation that champions progressive values and international cooperation. Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Rishi Sunak, born on May 12, 1980, is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, having taken office in October 2022. He is a member of the Conservative Party and previously served as Chancellor of the Exchequer. Sunak's background in finance, including his experience as a hedge fund manager, has shaped his approach to economic policy. As Prime Minister, Sunak faces the challenge of steering the UK through post-Brexit economic adjustments, managing inflation, and addressing social inequalities. His economic policies emphasize fiscal responsibility, supporting businesses, and fostering innovation. Sunak has also prioritized investments in healthcare and education, aiming to rebuild public services and infrastructure. Sunak's leadership style is pragmatic and data-driven. He is known for his calm demeanor and detailed approach to policy-making. His tenure as Chancellor was marked by significant interventions during the COVID-19 pandemic, including the furlough scheme to support workers. Sunak's vision for the UK is one of a dynamic, globally competitive economy that balances growth with social equity. Fumio Kishida, Prime Minister of Japan. Fumio Kishida, born on July 29, 1957, is the Prime Minister of Japan, having assumed office in October 2021. He is a member of the Liberal Democratic Party, LDP, and has served in various capacities, including as Minister of Foreign Affairs. Kishida is known for his diplomatic acumen and moderate political stance, which contrasts with some of his predecessors' more hawkish positions. As Prime Minister, Kishida faces the dual challenges of revitalizing Japan's economy and addressing its demographic decline. His policies focus on economic revitalization through innovation, support for families, and investment in digital transformation. Kishida has also emphasized the importance of social security reform to ensure sustainability in the face of an aging population. Kishida's leadership style is characterized by consensus building and careful deliberation. He seeks to balance economic growth with social welfare, advocating for a new capitalism that addresses income inequality and promotes sustainable development. In foreign policy, Kishida aims to strengthen Japan's alliances, particularly with the United States, while navigating complex relationships with neighboring countries such as China and South Korea. His vision for Japan is one of a resilient, innovative nation that upholds democratic values and international cooperation. Jair Bolsonaro, President of Brazil. Jair Bolsonaro, born on March 21, 1955, is the President of Brazil, having assumed office in January 2019. He is a former military officer and a member of the Conservative Social Liberal Party, PSL, though his political affiliations have shifted over time. Bolsonaro's presidency is marked by his controversial and often polarizing rhetoric, as well as his strong stance on law and order. Bolsonaro's policies focus on economic liberalization, reducing government intervention, and promoting private enterprise. His administration has pursued pension reforms, tax cuts, and deregulation to stimulate economic growth. However, his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, which included downplaying the virus and opposing lockdown measures, has drawn significant criticism both domestically and internationally. Bolsonaro's leadership style is often described as populist and confrontational. He appeals to conservative values and has strong support among segments of the Brazilian population that prioritize traditional family structures and national sovereignty. His environmental policies, particularly regarding the Amazon rainforest, have been contentious, leading to concerns about deforestation and environmental degradation. Bolsonaro's vision for Brazil is one of a strong, sovereign nation that prioritizes economic freedom and traditional values. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada. Justin Trudeau, born on December 25, 1971, is the Prime Minister of Canada, having first assumed office in 2015. He is the leader of the Liberal Party and the son of former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. Justin Trudeau's leadership is characterized by his progressive policies and emphasis on diversity and inclusion. Trudeau's government has focused on issues such as climate change, gender equality, and reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. His economic policies include significant investments in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, aimed at promoting inclusive growth and sustainability. Trudeau has also been a vocal advocate for multiculturalism and immigration, reflecting Canada's diverse society. Trudeau's leadership style is often described as charismatic and empathetic. He emphasizes collaborative governance and has sought to position Canada as a global leader in progressive values and environmental stewardship. However, his tenure has also faced challenges, including controversies over ethics and handling of indigenous issues. Trudeau's vision for Canada is one of an inclusive, forward-looking nation that champions human rights and environmental responsibility. Andrés Manuel López Obrador, President of Mexico. Andrés Manuel López Obrador, commonly known as AMLO, was born on November 13, 1953, and is the President of Mexico, having assumed office in December 2018. He is the leader of the National Regeneration Movement, Morena, and is known for his leftist, populist policies. López Obrador's presidency is marked by a focus on addressing corruption, reducing poverty, and enhancing social welfare. AMLO's policies include significant investments in social programs, infrastructure projects, and efforts to decentralize government operations. He has introduced initiatives aimed at supporting marginalized communities and improving public services. However, his approach to economic management, which includes a preference for state intervention and nationalization of certain industries, has raised concerns among some investors and economists. López Obrador's leadership style is characterized by direct communication with the public, often through daily press conferences and social media. He appeals to a broad base of supporters who resonate with his anti-corruption stance and focus on social equity. However, his administration has faced criticism for its handling of crime and security issues, as well as its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. AMLO's vision for Mexico is one of a sovereign, socially just nation that prioritizes the needs of its most vulnerable citizens. Yoon Suk-yeol, President of South Korea. Yoon Suk-yeol, born on December 18, 1960, is the President of South Korea, having assumed office in May 2022. He is a former prosecutor and a member of the Conservative People Power Party. Yoon's rise to the presidency was marked by his reputation as a tough, no-nonsense prosecutor who led high-profile corruption investigations. As president, Yoon faces the challenges of managing relations with North Korea, navigating economic uncertainties, and addressing domestic social issues such as housing affordability and youth unemployment. His policies focus on strengthening national security, fostering economic innovation, and promoting social cohesion. Yoon has emphasized the importance of technological advancements and competitiveness in driving South Korea's future growth. Yoon's leadership style is characterized by a commitment to rule of law and transparency. He advocates for a strong, principled approach to governance, aiming to restore public trust in government institutions. In foreign policy, Yoon seeks to reinforce South Korea's alliances, particularly with the United States, while maintaining a firm stance on North Korea's nuclear ambitions. His vision for South Korea is one of a secure, prosperous nation that leads in innovation and upholds democratic values.